On my birthday, I invited everyone over for a simple dinner. I cooked, cleaned, set the table with my grandmother's china. My sister showed up late with pizza and said, "We figured this would be easier." They all laughed and dug in while my food sat untouched. Halfway through the night, my brother-in-law jokes, "You try, I'll give you that. But it's always just a little sad." My mother nodded. "Bless your heart, you always want more than people can give you." I blew out the candles alone. A week later, they posted pictures with the caption, "Family comes first, when it counts." I don't like asking for much. I never have. Growing up, Becky always needed more attention, more gifts, more space. And Mom gave it to her. I was the quiet one. The one who did her homework, helped with dishes, didn't raise a fuss. This past year, I'd been trying to step out of that shadow. I lost my job, yeah, but I started freelancing, building something. Small things. I fixed my apartment up, painted the walls a warm cream, patched the tile in the bathroom. I started therapy. I was proud of what I was doing, even if no one else saw it. So I thought, maybe this birthday, I'd do something nice. Just once. I cooked all day. I started at 9 a.m., chopped, seasoned, cleaned. Played my grandmother's favorite Patsy Cline album while I set the table. Her china, white with those pale blue flowers, hadn't seen daylight in over a decade. I polished the silverware with a cloth until it shined. I even folded cloth napkins into fans like I saw in some tutorial online. They were all supposed to come at 6:30. By 7 o'clock, the chicken was drying out. The mashed potatoes were stiffening. The salad had wilted. At 7:39, the front door opened. My sister Becky walked in with Tom right behind her, balancing 4 boxes of pizza like it was some grand gesture. "We figured this would be easier," she said with a laugh. Easier. Tom popped open the box before even looking at the table. Kyle grabbed a slice without saying hi. My mother, bless her, just walked over to the table, looked at the plates, and sighed. "You always want more than people can give you," she said like it was a compliment. Halfway through the night, while they were 3 slices in and half a bottle of wine down, Tom said, "You try, I'll give you that. But it's always just a little sad." Becky laughed. Mom smiled and said, "She means well." I didn't say anything. I just nodded. Smiled. Quiet. At 9 o'clock, I brought out the cake. I'd made it from scratch, my favorite strawberry shortcake. No one touched it. I lit the candles myself. Stood there while they talked over me. Then I blew them out. Alone. No one clapped. They left around 10:30. Left the pizza boxes, crumbs, half-empty glasses. My food sat cold and untouched. The chicken was dry. The potatoes were hard. The shortcake was perfect. A week later, Becky posted photos. My apartment. My china. My damn table. The caption? "Family comes first, when it counts." That was it. That was the last straw. I didn't confront them. Didn't yell. I just started planning. They thought I'd forget. They always did. Becky had a talent for pretending things didn't happen, like life was just a series of curated Instagram moments. But I didn't forget. I started taking notes. First, I went quiet. No more group texts. No comments on their photos. When Mom asked if I was coming to Sunday dinner, I said I was busy. I was polite, just distant. That's when Becky texted, "Are you mad or something? You've been weird." Weird. That word stuck with me. While they went about their lives, I started digging. See, Becky and Tom ran a wellness business together, mostly supplements and yoga retreats in Gatlinburg. They always bragged about how successful it was, how they were helping people live their truth. But I'd seen their books once, back when they asked me to help build a website. They used cheap templates and marked up basic products with fake science claims. I remembered one note Becky left me: use buzzwords like cleanse and toxin release, people eat that up. They had no idea I still had access to the site's backend. I logged in one night, just to look. It was worse than I thought. They were using fake before and after photos. Lifting testimonials from other sites. Selling products that weren't even FDA approved and claiming they helped with emotional balance and cellular harmony. So I started saving everything. Screenshots. PDFs, dates. I pulled all their invoices, PayPal receipts, and marketing emails. I didn't know exactly what I'd do yet. I just knew I'd use it. But that wasn't all. My brother Kyle? He'd always seemed harmless, just kind of dumb and lazy. But his girlfriend Melissa? She worked at a dental office. And a month after my birthday, I saw a post where she tagged Kyle, proud of this guy for helping me build the next big thing. I clicked. It was a GoFundMe. Supposedly for a new dental startup focused on underserved areas. They said it was nonprofit. They even used stock photos of kids with braces. And somehow, they'd already raised over $18,000. Except Melissa wasn't starting anything. She still worked full-time at Dr. Neville's office on Bardstown Road. I called pretending to be a patient. When I asked about the charity work, the receptionist said, "Oh, Melissa? No, she hasn't mentioned anything like that." So I started digging again. I made an anonymous email. Asked a few donors for details. One of them, a woman from Florida, said she gave $1,000 because she believed in their mission. She even forwarded me the thank you note she got. Melissa had signed it with a fake doctor title. This wasn't just shady. It was fraud. So I saved everything again. And then I waited. About 2 months after the birthday dinner, I made my first move. I mailed an anonymous package to the Kentucky Attorney General's office with a full breakdown of Becky and Tom's wellness business. It included their fake testimonials, unapproved health claims, and a list of complaints I pulled from their Facebook page, most of which they deleted, but not before I screenshotted them. I added links to their shady product pages, which promised things like natural cancer detoxification and hormone correction through sacred herb infusion. I didn't sign my name. I didn't need to. A few weeks later, their website went down for maintenance. Then Becky posted something cryptic on Instagram, praying for strength during this unexpected challenge. Everything happens for a reason. I smiled. But I wasn't done. Next, I turned my attention to Kyle and Melissa's GoFundMe scam. I created a burner Reddit account and wrote a detailed post in a finance subreddit. Found this suspicious dental charity on GoFundMe. Can someone verify? I included screenshots, links, and pointed out the stock photos. The post blew up overnight. People started reporting it. GoFundMe took the campaign down within 48 hours. Melissa posted something passive-aggressive on Facebook: "Some people just want to tear others down when they see them doing good work. Sad world we live in." I guess that was her version of taking responsibility. I still wasn't done. My mother had always acted like she was neutral, above it all. But after the birthday dinner, she told a mutual family friend that I threw a pity party and expected praise. That friend told me, off the record, and even said, "I think your mom has always sided with Becky. It's just how she is." So I paid her a visit. It was a Tuesday afternoon, around 2. She was surprised to see me. "Look who's finally coming around," she said, fake smile and all. I handed her a manila envelope. Inside were printed screenshots of Becky and Tom's fraudulent business dealings and copies of the GoFundMe scam. "I thought you should see the kind of people you've been defending," I said. She opened the envelope, flipped through the pages, then scoffed. "You did all this?" "I documented it," I said. "I'm not the one who lied." She didn't say much. Just sat there flipping through the papers like she was looking at someone else's mail. Her face changed slowly, from smug to unsure. I left without another word. The next Sunday, I didn't go to dinner. But I heard from that same family friend that it was awkward. Tom wasn't there. Becky was quiet. Mom barely touched her food. No one said anything about me, but I could guess they were wondering. Still, I wanted more. Not just justice. I wanted them to feel what I felt. Dismissed, overlooked, small. So I did something risky. I called a local reporter. There's a small but scrappy news outlet in Louisville that loves a good expose. I used a burner email and said I had a story about a wellness business using fake medical claims and a phony charity GoFundMe tied to the same family. I sent them everything: screenshots, timelines, names, addresses, product listings. Everything. I didn't say who I was. I didn't have to. The facts were all there. 2 weeks later, the story dropped. Front page of the Sunday digital edition. Local wellness brand accused of fraud, charity scam exposed. They didn't use their last names, but everyone knew. The article included photos of Becky and Tom from their business site. It included quotes from the fake GoFundMe page and even mentioned Melissa's use of a fake doctor title. The reporter did his homework. He contacted actual medical professionals who criticized the dangerous health claims. He cited legal sources about misuse of nonprofit donations. The fallout came fast. Tom's face went pale in a Facebook Live where he tried to clear the air. Becky cried in a separate video, swearing they only wanted to help people. Their sponsors dropped them within hours. Their Instagram page disappeared. Kyle and Melissa? They deleted all social media. Word got out that the police were involved, and the IRS was looking into the funds. And Mom? Mom called me. First time in weeks. She didn't apologize. She said, "You went too far." I said, "No. You all went too far." I just held up a mirror. She hung up. A week later, I found out they'd been questioned by an investigator. The money trail was messy. Becky and Tom had used business funds for personal vacations. Melissa's GoFundMe was flagged for fraud. I should have felt proud. Instead, I felt empty. For a while, at least. Then the letters started coming. From strangers. People who had bought Becky's products, who'd donated to Melissa's charity, who thanked me, whoever I was, for exposing the truth. One woman said her sister skipped chemo to use one of Becky's natural hormone drops. She died last year. That one hit me. I realized what I did wasn't just revenge. It was necessary. I started sleeping better. A few months later, my birthday came around again. I didn't invite anyone. I made the same dinner. Roast chicken, mashed potatoes, roasted carrots, and strawberry shortcake. I ate it all, alone, on my grandmother's china. Candlelight, soft music, quiet peace. And this time, I smiled when I blew out the candles. Because I finally understood something. Family isn't who laughs at your effort. Family isn't who shows up with pizza and insults. Family is who respects your table, or doesn't deserve a seat at it. And I'm done giving mine second chances they never earned.